That'd be absolutely devastating.
Oh!
Here, this is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all can kiss my ass while I win this match.
Hey everybody, welcome to GWR, man. Glad to have everybody here with us on this Monday. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. We also got a special guest host with us today, Jonathan Blanton, also known as Johnny Blaze. So he's going to be. And so let's jump right. Warren, are you doing okay? Are you licking your wounds from Saturday? I know your Arizona team didn't quite make it.
You know, it's been a roller coaster of emotions ever since Saturday night. I still stand with my team. 300 plus schools in the NCAAs,
Yeah.
and they're one of the last four standing. And I will say that I may have been Michigan bred, but I will always bleed the blue and red. So,
okay. Let me ask you a question. I know Arizona's your team. Are you rooting for Michigan? Oh, you rooting for UConn? No, Michigan. Michigan born and bred and going against.
I don't like the Yankees because they buy players. I don't like the Dodgers because they buy players. I don't care for college teams that buy players. Their entire team is purchased.
About all of them are now. About all the college teams are somebody purchased.
Hey, Arizona may have freshmen they play the NIL in, but our transfer monies aren't fully invested in that. But I will still. I mean, I'll give all credit to Michigan. They did what they had to do. Arizona just wasn't hitting their shots. If Arizona would hit their shots, it would have been a way closer game. But we're not here to talk basketball, guys.
That's true.
We're here to hear about Marcus and his vacation.
Yes. Marcus had a great vacation. Marcus just jumped right into it.
Marcus and Kelly.
Yes, and
Kelly. Sorry, Kelly. Sorry.
Yeah, and
I was talking to her sister. She may not be on here yet.
Jump into the Marcus Fine Independent Wrestling Report.
All right. Well, I'll get through my normals first. I got a lot of prayer requests. A lot of sad stuff happened last week, it looks like. First one we have is Judy Starks and Casey Starks. Judy lost her brother, and so that would be Casey's uncle. Judy flew out Colorado, I believe is where she's at. Talked to Kelly earlier, and she's coming back tomorrow. So be with Judy and Casey and the family, and traveled from Judy to get back here to Indiana. So Scotty Lindley, he is one half of the owner of the Kickstand there in Danville, Indiana. Used to sponsor Warrior Pro. He lost his brother last week. NGW superfan Bev Freeze was in the hospital. I don't know if she still is. She's the older lady that seems like about 3 times a year they bring the ambulance in. She gets in the ambulance, signs the waiver, and she's back in the front row. I've seen it happen many times. So, and then Saturday night I did a 10-bell salute for the passing of a former ring announcer for ICW, Artie Kidwell. So we need to pray for his family. He passed away last week sometime. Everybody's favorite, Vinny Fischetti, lost his best friend last week. Troy Van Zant, he lost his dad this past few days. And then JICW, this is the only place I ever seen him, JICW, Paul the Wall is having back issues. So prayers to all of them. Okay, then I have a few birthdays. Today's birthday, Adam Rorges, Wrestling Theology and FEW. That's a few places I've seen him. Indiana legend Flash Flanagan's birthday is today also. Friday would have been Nathan Merritt. We lost him right at a year ago last year, tragically. So we're going to remember Nathan on his birthday, which is Friday. Dutch Platinum's birthday is on Saturday. And Hillbilly Jed, also known as J.D. Mariani's birthday is on Sunday. So happy birthday to everyone. If we missed you, happy birthday. Prayers to the ones who need you, so need them. So, well,
Real quick, Marcus, Real
Go ahead.
quick, Mark. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Steve Butler, House, Kelly, Hobo Jones, and Justin Danger. Hey, I hope everybody's doing good today.
Absolutely. I do want to thank Warren and Damon DeVille for filling in for me last week. So thank you guys. Okay, where do I start with this? I guess we'll go from how it began. Kelly and I went to a wrestling show in Oliver Springs, Tennessee a week ago Saturday. So, Chris, I need to be big.
Make me big. Make me big.
It'll make me big because I bought a shirt while I was down there. So this shirt is their official logo. This is on their turnbuckles. This is on their ring skirts. This is on the canvas. And this is their official logo. So if you happen to be in Oliver Springs, these are $15 a piece. So, okay, I will have to say I talked to Warren a little bit one day last week about this. For a company I knew nothing about, didn't even know they existed. Kelly happened to do a Google search to see if there was any wrestling in the area that we could catch while we were gone. She found Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and Elevate Pro Wrestling. Didn't know they existed, knew nothing about them. 2 days prior to us going down there, I get the thing in the email with the match cards and a 1 or 2 sentence story of what happened at the last show and as to why these matches were put together. These people have got it together. They have a very strong fan base. All their matches could have been main events. The main event went well beyond a main event match. I walked in there and I was following storylines, and I didn't know these guys 7 days prior to that. That's how good these people are. 100 screaming fans. You could tell these people go every single month. It was just outstanding. So if you ever get down there to see them, I highly suggest it. An interesting note is a lady that was in the first match I happened to see at the Dub back for Mike Lee's veteran show. So one of the people on that show was at the Dub last year. So very, very well done. And they had over 100. So you can tell these people follow that company very religiously. So there's my plug on that. Okay, then me and Kelly went to see our buddies at the Micro Wrestling Federation in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I will give the results, then I will give the stories. Nate the Gnome defeated Andre. Nope, he did not. He defeated Andrew the Giant. Little Chola defeated Pinky Shortcake. Baby Jesus defeated the Micro Tiger. And Psycho won the Micro Rumble to retain the Micro Wrestling Federation title. They knew we were coming. Andrew the Giant seen my name on the list, and he come flying out the door to see if we was there, and we was. And we walked in, and the ticket lady didn't know who he was. He says, 2 ringside seats, yellow bands, put the bands on them. Psycho was already getting her chairs set up. Another fantastic show. They always do a fantastic show, and it was great to see those guys and gals. And I told Tony this story. Kelly got to laughing about it when it happened. Tony laughed about the story. Somehow motels think that handicap rooms ought to have beds that are like 6 foot off the floor, I guess, so you don't have to bend down to get in them. And Kelly had to help me get in the bed. That's how high off the floor that damn thing is. And while we're watching wrestling, Pinky Shortcake walks over, hikes her leg up on that ring, climbs up into the ring. I says, Pinky could get into my bed. He was thinking what I had said. That ain't quite what I meant to say. So I've been rasping about that for a week. Oh, you want Pinky in your bed, do you? So
Marcus does that from time to time.
It was a good time. And then you guys can ask questions after I'm done here. Okay, so then Kelly and I left Pigeon Forge Friday morning and was at the WCW Outlaw Arena about an hour and a half before the doors opened. So we didn't even make it. We didn't go home yet. We went right to the Dub. So an awesome show at the Dub Friday night. Johnny was there. He can attest to this. I'm sure he will attest to this. Juan Sanchez defeated the WCW Gunslinger champion Mark Magnus in a non-title match. Andre Stray defeated Waterboy Pogo with Easter Freak. And Eric Collins in a fatal 4-way match. ZJK and Jay Steele defeated Ruthless Domination and the WCW Tag Team Champions Rampage in a non-title trios tag match. Jordan James and Skull Crusher defeated Cameron Saturn. David Light defeated Austin Shawn. Damon Real defeated Zach Nova. WCW Outlaw Champion Maliko defeated Damian Real in a non-title match. And WCW Territorial Champion Mike Noble defeated Dex Royal in a non-title match. Then on Saturday, GWR was back together. First time commentating since June of last year. We were in Marion for Intense Championship Wrestling, the Coronation, Marion, Indiana, Saturday the 4th. Muscle Mountain defeated Christian Cash and Platinum Mason. They retained the ICW Tag Team titles. Chris Owens defeated Justin Terrell to advance to the number 1 contenders tournament for the ICW Heavyweight title. Hank Calhoun defeated Jake Elliott in an ODQ match. Cody Lee defeated Zay Gates, IK3, and Law Estrella in a fatal 4-way match. Brody Watkins defeated Maliko. He advanced to the number 1 contenders tournament for the ICW Heavyweight title. Mike Noble defeated James Ellsworth to retain the ICW US title. And Mila Johnson defeated Davina Thorne and Carter Kaufman in a triple threat match. She became the first ever ICW Ladies Champion. Very solid show. We all agreed that the Fatal 4-Way probably is in contention for Match of the Year.
Yeah, most definitely. Real good show. Probably, me and Chris only seen 3 shows. I would say definitely that was the best show we've seen so far this year.
Steve Butler said that as well. He said that was a top contender for show of the year. He liked Hank and Jake. That was his favorite match of the night. So, okay, everybody knows Chris, Tony, and a few got to see it in person. But when Kelly and I got back to the Dub, we were presented with a belt for everything we've done WCW over the years by Joey Owens, his mom Juanita, Mike Lee, and Anna, and we were very humbled to get this. This thing's beautiful. There it is. Very beautiful. Both their names are on the front. I was basically told, Kentucky may love you, but you're Indiana bred. So,
most definitely.
There they did, number 1, Indiana. Kelly's on this side. It's Kelly and the Hall of Fame Kane's actually on here.
Yep.
You can see it. And then it's hard to do this. And then I'm on this side with it's hard to do this. with my microphone. So, and then if you get the rest of the strap, the WCW logo is on each side. So, and Johnny Blade seen this on Saturday or it's Friday too, so he got to see it as well. So
beautiful.
It is an outstanding belt. So very humbled. We thank Joey, Juanita, Mike, and Anna for going to the trouble and recognizing us for that. So we thank you very much. So,
all
right.
Justin sitting there talking about defending. I'm not taking a cane shot from Kelly to try to get that belt.
Well, now I was challenged by 3 different people, and I told him, "No, I'm a retired." And Bobby was the first one.
Yeah, Bobby.
And he looked at me and I said, "Bobby, I'm retired. I'm not defending that title." And he looked at the title.
Yeah.
He looked over at Kelly. I said, "Yeah, go challenge her."
Yeah. I think Bobby was going to do a sneak attack, I think.
So, yeah, we're very humbled. We had a fantastic trip to Pigeon Forge. The weather we hit 80s, no rain. We didn't hit no rain or cold till we got back up here. Guess what happened once we got back up here? We all started hurting again.
Yeah.
We didn't hurt at all down there. We were walking a lot down there. We get back up here and our arthritis kicked right back in. So
what about tell us about Hogan's?
Oh, yes. That place is like a museum itself. Of course, it's a shop, but you go around, they got a lot of signed autograph stuff. They have belts on display. They have boots on display. They have posters on display. I mean, it's unbelievable. The one I loved the most was the belt that that Hogan took off the Iron Sheik. They had a replica sitting in the display case. They wanted $3,500 for it.
Ooh.
Every plate was gold, and there's at least 9 plates plus the centerpiece. So, and they have boots that he signed, and they have the couple winged eagles. They have some of the AWA stuff. I mean, it's a museum too, so it was beautiful. It was very well done. They got his motorcycle sitting in there. They got a ring set up in the middle of the room. If you pay $25, you can get in it and do whatever. The ring in, because he also has a ring. He also has a shop down in Florida somewhere, and the ring down there actually has a handicap ramp. They only got ropes on 3 sides. You can roll. I could have rolled, but I doubt I could because that was a steep ramp. But
Yeah.
there, it's a 4-sided ropes. NWO, WCW, Hulkamania all around it. NWO, beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, if you ever get the chance, and they have statues, you can see my picture with Andre the Giant, Thunder Lips, Hogan, NWO, Hogan, Beach Hogan. They got Hogan on a skateboard out in front of the store.
Wow.
We were down there last year, and they were just working to get it started. And sadly, we lost him between last year and this year. So I'm sure the prices reflect that on those autographs. So some of that stuff's rich, but just to look at it's beautiful. People are coming in and out of there saying, well, I'm not a wrestling fan, but this was pretty cool. So, it was. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, Kelly said it was awesome as well.
Did you have anything good to eat while you was down there?
Well, you seen the barbecue. And the reason we went to the barbecue is because they sponsor the Micros. So we said, well, we gotta go eat at the Micros sponsor. Very well done. We always go to a place called the Alamo. It's a nice steakhouse. JT Hannah's is another steakhouse. Big Daddy's Pizza. We always hit that. Kelly found this hole-in-the-wall place over in Sayreville called Chubby's Comfort Food. Mama, well, it wasn't Mama. It was actually Mama's daughter. She met us at the door. She was seating people and telling us the specials, and very well done. Yes. And
awesome.
it was busy because of spring break, but we didn't have any trouble with that. I mean, Gallenberg was weird. We went in there, and the people were just packed in there tighter than ever. And then the next time we go, the sidewalks are packed, but the traffic's light. And then a few days later, the traffic is heavy, but the people are light. And then Thursday was really weird because I think they're getting rid of one set of spring breakers are getting ready to head home, and then the next set of spring breakers are coming in. So Thursday was the day to be down there. So
okay,
yeah, and I told Warren he was waiting on some results from places, and I said, well, I didn't get any, and then I did get some. And Kelly's in a store, and a lot of the time she'll go in and I'll sit outside and watch the traffic and people. And I said, well, hang on, I'll call you here in a minute, but I got to get away from this roaring dinosaur because they have animatronic dinosaurs out down there. I don't know why, but they're everywhere. I forgot there was one right behind me because the post of the way it worked. It's like, well, I guess I can't get away from the dinosaurs. But yeah, fantastic time.
Great. That's
and
awesome.
It was a trip we didn't think we were going to make. I mean, with Kelly hurting the way she was, and we just wasn't quite sure. But yeah, we did very well down there. We had to come back home to hurt. And then we went to the show on Saturday, which was just fantastic.
You guys deserve the break. I mean, I know you guys, Kelly's had a lot of health issues, and you guys deserve the break. I'm glad you guys had a good time.
It was a good time.
Ready to do some top fives?
Yeah, I was going to say, is that where we're at next? Okay. Well, you guys go ahead and start yours. I got to get mine online.
Okay, I'll do mine first, if that's okay. We got to see 2 shows in March. My number 5 is I'm going to have a tie there because of the match they did together, Waterboy and IK3. That was there at DCCW. Number 4 for me was Cody Lee, who beat his uncle at the first show there at Intense Championship Wrestling. Number 3, Mike Noble. Mike Noble's just killing it right now. Definitely going to be one of the guys up for Wrestler of the Year, I think, the way things are going right now. He was my number 3 for his big victory at that show, the first show, winning the title there. I believe the U.S. title. Number 2, Hank Calhoun, who at DCCW defended his belt over the King and won that match. He also was in a big match that first show. I think it was a double count out though. But Hank Calhoun was my number 2. My number 1 was Jake Ullman, who defended his belt on the first show at Intense Championship Wrestling against a international luchador. Ullman won that match, so he's still champ there at Intense Championship Wrestling. So that's my top 5.
I think Marcus wants to go to me next.
Okay, Warren.
Oh, the clock's going off. That's why. All right. Mine, I mean, I have to be a little, I got to remove myself from my regular position. So I can't always bring in my AVW guys all the time because I would have 1 through 5 for them. But so I put in some other guys too that I necessarily didn't see personally, but I've seen online and social media on Facebook and whatnot. And it's a little bit of interesting to start. Number 5, I put NGW's Tag Team Champion Surf and Turf. They've defended it. They still hold it. You got to give them credit. Number 4 is another tag team. This is a tag team that finally did get some belts, and that's Rampage. I've been impressed with them and their just constant desire to be better. Number 3, I put in our president Jeremy Hadley. Number 2, a guy that just seems to be everywhere, anywhere, and all the places. I don't know how he does it. Brody Bodkins. And then number 1, I decided to put Mr. Mike Noble there just because, like Tony said, he's on a tear this year, and his last month he showed why. And so that's my top 5 for last month.
Okay, Marcus, you ready?
Yeah, Mr. Ortega, you are in the chat. You did it. Your show was awesome Saturday night. We all had a good time. Hank, that I sent you the picture that I took. That was a pretty good hardcore match. So you beat the hell out of Jake Elliott. You can't go wrong there. So
yeah.
Very well done, guys. Very well done. So, okay, I'll do Kelly's first. We also seen 2 matches that we can use for the top 5s. I'm not going to do the Tennessee group because nobody knows any of them. But at number 5, she had Mike Noble. Number 4, she had Americane. Number 3, she had Slaughterhouse. 2, she had Juice Warta. At 1, she had Lurd and Tate Manson. And I have to agree, that is a unique tag team, but they are very good. So, Lurd and Tate Manson. All right. Now, mine's going to surprise a lot of people, too, because I got people on my list as well. I can't believe Waterboy made 2 of her list. So, at number 5, I have Cameron Saturn for his win over Maliko, Mark Magnus, and Phoenix in a fatal 4-way. I have Waterboy because he had also had a pinfall over Brody Bodkins. I had Eric Onyx, who had a pinfall over Scorpion. Ajax for becoming the new AACW Ladies Champion. And then I had Juice Warta for becoming the new AACW US Champion. So that's the 5 I have.
Sounds good.
I do want to say, too, I mean, I know we do 5. I know we do it by month. And I'm also not just saying this because he's here with us. But, I mean, we do got to give some props to Mr. Blaze himself, too. He's also having a hell of a start to 2026. And I'm saying that just because, I truly do mean it. You are, all the matches I've seen from you, you do give 110% in and out. And, just because you didn't make a top 5 doesn't mean, you guys aren't killing it, too, because all of you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
A lot of great wrestlers out there. I mean, we seen a bunch of. I mean, there wasn't a bad match on that show at the Tennis Championship Wrestling. Everything was really good. They killed it a lot better than the first show. And I'm not putting down the first show. The first show was a solid show, but this was really, really good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it was good to see James Ellsworth. That match with Mike Noble was very well done. First time I ever seen Pyro at an independent show. But that was very good. I mean, I've never seen Fire at an independent show, so I was very impressed by that. So,
okay, Steve Butler said Blaze and Bodkins at Hartford City is a match you candidate for him.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that match too.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I was wondering about the jaw, the chin. We knew he didn't have a chin. We don't know if Ellsworth has a jaw or not. He definitely didn't have a chin.
Zach Nova's in the chat, and he says Muscle Mountain's time's ticking. So
yeah,
I think Juan and Zach's got something for them.
Well, they had something for him Saturday night. They told him who's boss. So,
hey, I mean, he is my family, so yeah, the guy gets it honestly.
I wanted to go back to last week. I don't know who I said it with. I know Steve's in here. I did some research on Tony Khan in the Covington area, and what I found out is actually he's from Champaign, Illinois, just up the road. His family, so his dad and all them, own Flexing Gate, and that's right in here between Danville and Covington. They got a factory there. They got a factory in Champaign. They have factories all over the United States. But yeah, so that's sort of the connection is his family has this factory here and from Champaign, I think it's 45 minutes here from Covington. So yeah, that's sort of the whole connection with that. I don't know how much they come back to that area or if they have anything in the area besides the factories, but that was when Steve Butler was sort of talking about the Tony Khan Covington thing. That's what I was able to find out. So I thought it was still pretty cool. I mean, I'm not saying he should come to the area and watch a certain independent indie show called AVW, but
Yeah, most definitely.
Kelly's got her question to ask Johnny.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, here we go. Let's start it up. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Oh, she went here again. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay consistent, and Kelly still gives the best hugs, so I'm gonna have to say Kelly.
Okay. Marcus, you're gonna have to step up your hug game a little bit.
I guess so.
Hey, Marcus's hugs aren't bad. It's just Kelly's has got an extra little touch on him.
Kelly's got the softness to him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can understand that. Okay, Mr. Blaze, how you been doing?
Oh, fantastic. Healing up quite nicely, actually.
Good. You're back competing, I believe, right?
No, I will be back April 17th.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's Friday night at WCWO. That's when I will officially return.
Okay. You have some questions for us?
I do. If this cuts me off, it's because I'm going to be switching back and forth between apps here. So just a moment.
I mean, it could be a worse picture to freeze on. So,
Yeah, it could be.
We there?
There we are.
There we go. All right. So, oops, sorry. We have a little mini gap here.
Hey, you say, hey, I'm doing.
He's going around WCWO as Little Blaze.
Okay.
He had to poke his head in. Okay, so my first question for all of you is individually, of course, what made you fall in love with this business?
Marcus, let's go to you first.
Oh, I thought you would know the story by now. I fell in love with the business because of the Rocky movies.
Oh, okay.
Rocky 1 and Rocky 2. Rocky 3 was not in the theaters yet. I became a wrestling fan in early 82. Rocky 3 released in Memorial Day of 82. So I wasn't a fan yet of Rocky 3, so I didn't know anything about Hogan yet. But I wanted that in-ring, fell in love with the matches, wanted that good versus evil fighting, and I didn't have it. Well, I was at my grandma's house. As I'm finding out, a lot of people got in love with the grandma from their grandparents. And I happened to see Dick the Bruiser. She watched Dick the Bruiser religiously. And so, well, what's this? And I sat down and watched it. And I fell in love with it. Then I went home, got the TV guide because no internet, no guide on your TV. Your 3 channels, you had to get the TV guide. And that's all there was. But, yep, every week I started watching Dick the Bruiser. Then AWA come along. Then Vince come along. And the rest is history.
Awesome.
Warren?
Well, I mean, I'm 51, so you do the math. I came in at Rock and Wrestling and with Hogan, and any boy at that time, any young kid, you knew about Hulk Hogan, real American. If you were eating your cereal in the morning, you had the cartoon going, and it was something that was all its own. Like, because like say, Tony, Marcus, you had that cable, you had the NWA, you had the other territorial stuff, but you could only get like maybe on local access. I grew up in the middle of Michigan in cornfields, so I didn't have local access, stuff like that. So this was it, and it just mesmerized me at the stories, not how, not knowing that it what it was. And you're seeing Hogan fight the bad guys, and you got the Iron Sheik out there, and you got Nikolai Volkov, and you hate him so much. Rowdy Piper's causing you, giving a headache, and you got Hogan and Mr. T, and all these good guys, Tito Santana and Ricky Steamboat, and it was just this good versus evil thing that I had nowhere else. And and that's what it was. It just drew me in. Like, this is great stuff.
Yeah.
Can I go back a minute?
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
All right. Well, since I brought up Rocky 3 because it came up, can I get big again? I'll show you another shirt. I was going to wait till little tweet.
It's Thunder Lips.
It is, Chris. I need to be big.
Come on, Chris.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love it. Yes.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So, yep.
That is awesome.
Had to get my Thunder
That's
Lips shirt.
What was that? The ultimate male versus the ultimate chump? Is that what?
That's an ultimate meatball.
Ultimate
Meatball.
Yeah,
Meatball.
yeah.
Yeah, Kelly said that she fell in love with it when she married Marcus.
Yeah, she did. Her first independent show was in Brownsburg before we were even dating. So
Okay.
I think she was trying to make the moves on me, but that's another story.
Mark is so cool.
She fell. Thank goodness she fell in love with it, or you wouldn't see me around as much. Because
unfortunately, it's going to show how old I am. But actually, probably the first time I seen it wrestling was probably around 68 or 69. Probably was Bruiser and them guys. I got to see Bruiser and them live in the early 70s against the Blackjacks in Newcastle. Got to see Bobby Heenan in a rare match, in a chain match with Billy Red Cloud, and Bobby Heenan bled like a pig. So Dick the Bruiser was big. I can remember me, all my brothers, my mom and dad watching Dick the Bruiser weekly. And then from there, of course, I don't know what year the cable came in, but we got two channels first. We got our Chicago's channel 44 and channel 9, what they were on our channels. I don't know, it could have been different. But we got Bob Loose wrestling out of Chicago, which was AWA, a lot of Bruiser, Pepper Gomez, a lot of those AWA, real old AWA. And then of course got TBS, and we got Georgia Championship Wrestling and the NWA and all that. So it was this big, and it just kept growing for me. My favorite period of time was the NWA, and then WWF finally, we got USA, and they started showing WWF, that was, I think, one of the first things I seen on WWF was a Madison Square Garden card that they had shown a week or so later, and that's when Superfly jumped off the cage on the Magnificent Morocco. So that was really cool. So yeah, I've been in love with it for a long time, and I'm probably just as much in love with it right now than I was all those years ago.
Awesome. Love it.
Okay, now you got to answer. You got to answer.
What about you?
Me, it was seeing Bruiser in the Armory when I was I vaguely remember it. I was very, very young. My uncle took me to the Armory. The memory's still fuzzy, but I just remember seeing these guys that, he was big. Just seeing these guys that were just bigger than, as a little guy, you see these men that are just like massive, and they were just pummeling each other, and I just seeing it, it excited me. And then I started watching, WWF, because it was WWF at the time. I was watching WWF, and Macho Man was my favorite. But I remember guys like the Junkyard Dog and Steamboat and Rude, and those guys that just were, it made me want to be one of them. And when I was 19 years old, I was sitting around with a friend of mine, and we saw an ad for professional wrestlers in the newspaper. We called it, and the rest is history.
Awesome.
Been at it ever since. That was 1997. Yeah.
Okay. That was a good year for wrestling. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You got a second question?
Yes, I do. I've got actually two more. All right. What is your most memorable moment in wrestling? Something that involved you personally?
I'll go first because mine is when it plays in front of the show here when Joey and Mike Lee takes over the table at that DCCW show. I still laugh and crack up every time I see it. I mean, it puts a smile on my face every time I see it. I've told my son that I want that played at my funeral, and I'm totally serious about that. So hopefully he gets it done. So yeah, that's and also a show that I seen at the Dub as before we was doing these shows at the Dub, where he run in it was either a bumper or a car fender into the ring. Joey does and attacks. I can't even think of his name right now. Big time heel at that time for the Dub, and I'm having a brain fart because I'm old. Chris may know who it is. Blake Wright. Yeah, it was Blake Wright. Uh-huh. So they've been attacking him with that. That was one of my favorite things too. So, what about you, Warren?
I got probably three that will always are embedded in my head. Two of them are actually in-ring stuff, and one isn't. My first one was when TNA first had their first pay-per-view in Detroit, first one outside of Florida. I had a sign that said 100% McMahon free, and I was close enough to the ring when I held it up. Cornette came out, saw it, gave me a point and a thumbs up. I thought that was absolutely awesome. When I was at WrestleMania out in Arizona, Michael's Taker, it was something else, something to see. And then my third one was actually a story from 2004 when I went to the very first TNA Victory Road pay-per-view. I may have told you guys some of this off camera, but they had the day before they had a meet and greet thing. And this was when Dusty Rhodes was part of he was like the commissioner or whatever. And they had a lot of guys there, and they had outside, they were doing panels, but they were doing it outside by a pool. And so I had Dusty, and I think Jimmy Hart was out there. Jeremy Borash was moderating by this pool. And me and these two guys I met, we're sort of standing in the back just watching. And Dusty's sitting in the chairs with everyone while Borash is talking and watching. And all of a sudden we catch it, and he does at the same time. A very good looking lady got out of the pool. and we saw Dusty doing this. And then Dusty saw us seeing him do that, and he just went. He was like, yeah. But that was, and we also, my friend was a big fan. And he asked him to sign his belt. He had an NWA belt, and he asked Dusty to sign it. And at first, he was reluctant to because people selling it. He's like, well, no. He goes, well, you put my name on it. He goes, oh, if I put your name on it, yeah. So he put his name on it, and he signed it. So that's how I am now. Whenever I meet anyone to sign anything, I said, you can put my name on it. Because this is my collection. I'm not doing this to sell. And
yeah,
so, yeah, those were those will always sit in my head.
Nice.
Mark?
Well, you guys all know this story too, I think. I was part of a bruiser riot when I was 16 years old. Second row, police holding everybody back, hair versus hair match. And I got some of the hair because me and my buddy, I was 16, he was 15, somehow got past the cops up to the ring and grabbed the hair out of the ring. trying not to get stomped because the guy Chris Carter's doing a promo, jumping around like a fool, and we're trying not to have him like jump on our wrists and stuff. But yeah, we got in the ring and up into the ring far enough to grab that hair. So and then anything now. I mean, I rang the bell on Saturday. Andrew the Giant comes out to Microtorium to see if we're there. I mean, we're living a dream right now.
Yeah.
And it's just getting better. Joey contacted me earlier to get pictures for the Jay County Flyers. So
Awesome.
I may have finally get some of my photos in newspaper print this year too. Plus
Awesome.
Comic-Con, PopCon, and I mean commentating in the same building. I've seen Sting versus Flair. So
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, Johnny?
Man, I've had so many moments. I mean, some of the ones that stand out. The matches that I had with that I was able to have with the Dangerous Bull Don Basher. Most recently, I've got something most recent. I got some really good feedback from one Sydney Akeem who watched one of my matches and got some really good feedback from him. So I felt that was something noteworthy to share.
Yeah.
I was pretty, I was almost had to pat myself on the back, but had to stay humble. Blaze patted himself on the back for sure.
Okay. and your third question.
Yeah, well, Kelly had her answer too for.
Okay. Oh yeah, people started using their cane. Yep, that's a big thing now.
That's a
Across
big
the
deal.
Yep. Absolutely. I've been hit with that cane.
Well, it's funny when you see people who don't know the story behind the cane. I mean, Maliko got a hold of it Saturday and played old man for about 6 steps, and people at ringside who don't know the story of the cane start freaking out that he went over and grabbed that from that lady.
Yeah.
So it's funny to see new people who don't know the story behind the cane. When it gets used, it's like it's funny to watch reactions. So
yeah, for sure. Let me grab this last question here real quick. All right, here we go. All right, to end it, what is something each of you want to achieve before you leave the business?
That's tough. I've never thought about it.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I want officially to be put into a Hall of Fame somewhere.
Okay.
Where I am in officially a Hall of Famer somewhere.
I like it.
Yep.
I like
it.
As a guy who has never actively wrestled ever.
That's true.
Going from a guy at ringside to being put in a Hall of Fame somewhere.
Well, I think you and Kelly should be put in with the fans that you guys are in the state of Indiana. I definitely think you guys deserve it.
I mean, we kind of are, I would think, because we got the belt on Friday.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago at DCCW, we got the Dave Schultz Award over everybody. So,
yeah.
So we are being recognized. I love it. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think my goal is just to keep doing as many shows as I can, but I don't know the exact amount, but close to 1,000 people we got to do a show there in a couple year and a half ago, whatever it was now, almost 2 years. I don't know, probably about a year and a half to beat that, to do a show to beat that number, to go to another big show. That was WCWO. What was that name again? Thunderstorm. I barely can remember my last name, let alone but that to be, to continue to build on that. Just hey, our numbers, man, that we're doing on all these shows, the sports shows and the wrestling shows, just keep doing better and better. And more people are getting to find out about independent wrestling, and more people get recognized. I mean, it may not be important to a lot of people, but it's important to me to feel like maybe we're helping the business a little bit. I mean, I never would be able to wrestle. maybe a midget wrestler.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
I'd
You were
get killed.
Italian.
I
You can't
I'd
do
get
the
killed
show
in
on
10
Thursday.
seconds.
And
What's
I
that now?
tell you, you cannot do the show on Thursday because you have an interview at the Microtorium on Thursday night.
Oh, okay. But, so in this way, I feel like I am involved in wrestling to a certain degree. So
Yeah.
in a good way, I think it's a positive way. So I mean, nobody will convince me any different. I think we're doing a good thing.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
Everybody may not love it, but that's okay with me. What about you, Warren?
I mean, there's a couple. I mean, just to continue to make friends and be known amongst a lot of the people and among my peers, but also to be known as a guy that's just genuinely good. I would like to, when it's all said and done, I'd like to have a lot of people say that. But character wise, and I'm not stumping or politicking or anything like that, I would love to be to do a major storyline and be involved in it for WCWO. Just to be a part of what they've got going on, the history and all the talent that's there, and to learn from guys like Joey and Gabby and all of them, and just to take that in and to share a ring with those guys and the talent and to be part of that. Because I mean, like I said, like I've said, I'm 51. I don't wrestle. I know my limits. I know what I am, and that's just, that's what I would just like to do, is just be one day like, hey, yeah, I did that. That was cool. And then also to be well respected and known amongst my peers.
Awesome. I like it.
And what about you, John?
Well, I think that this time around, it's really more, because I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I had somebody ask me, and it was like, is it, why are you still doing this? You're 47 years old. Why are you still doing this? It isn't about cementing a legacy. It's about reminding people about one that was already established and forgotten by a lot of people. So I feel like this is my second chance to cement that and go out, being the best version of Johnny that I can possibly be, because right now I feel like I'm doing my best work.
Yeah, I love watching you wrestle. I love the intensity that you bring to the ring. I really enjoy that. That's, how do I say this the right way? A lot of the wrestlers, the younger wrestlers, because I don't want to piss anybody off, but the business is more about the moves now. It just is. I mean, it is. Bad thing, good thing, whatever it is. So a lot of them don't bring the intensity that you bring. Some do. Malenko, I mean, it's hard to get more intense than Malenko. But I mean, not everybody brings that intensity. And I like the intensity in your matches. When you get on somebody, you stay on them. And I like that. So I think you bring something that the business needs. It's not enough of that. So I enjoy watching your matches.
Thank you. I want to mix it up with some of these young guys, and because I know that I can. I did it with MPW, Midwest Pro Wrestling, working a kid who's 22 years old. It pushed me, and but it let me know that I still can, and that was last year, and that's what kind of pushed me into this year, and kind of rebranding myself, and sticking to this, giving it 100%, because I don't know how many years I have left doing this, but I want to give it everything that I have, and until I can't.
Okay. I hope you got a lot of years left.
I do too, brother.
Hopefully we all do. Hopefully we all do. You just never know, though. Well, guys, next up, I've got some special hot seat questions. I got 3. These could have to do with wrestling, but not necessarily. If you want to make it have something to do with wrestling, that's fine. If not, my first question, and if you need time to think when you're ready to answer, just say, "Hey, I'm ready to go." And who's ever, if you could have any song play every time you enter a room, what would that song be? And I did this question the other night on one of our shows. So mine was I had 2. Mine was "Eye of the Tiger" from from Rocky, and my other one I don't know the name of the song, but it's Mike King, the song that Mike King plays, his entrance music.
Don't Stop the
name.
Rock. Don't
Okay,
Stop
that's the name
rock.
of it. I didn't know the name of it.
Freestyle.
That's what I would like to play me into the room. Whenever you're ready to go, somebody say hey, and
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, Marcus.
Now it's funny you said that because I also want "Eye of the Tiger" because that was Hogan's original theme. Well,
yes.
And you want to hear funny is while we're out taking pictures at the Hogan statue in front of the building, that starts playing inside the building.
Okay.
So out there in the street, you can hear "Eye of the Tiger." I either want "Eye of the Tiger" or I like "Welcome to the Jungle." What is that? Guns N' Roses.
Yep.
And I don't want to do the TJ Powers because he takes the words out. I want the words. It's got to play loud. Yeah. I mean, you want to blow some eardrums out. Yep. I would think that'd be funny if every time I walked in the room that'd come on.
Okay.
So yeah, I always thought those were great theme songs.
Who's ready to go next?
Oh man.
There's
so many. There's so many I could like as far as like and what I would like, there's one, if I'm ever a face, it's off of an anime called RWBY. It's a song called Caffeine, and it's just a fast-paced, just go. And it's all of it just talking about drinking caffeine and just being just going, and that one is just really catchy and going. And probably if as much as I love what I come out to in AVW, if as far as like a heel, probably Hater by Korn. Just because I just like how they just just talk about you can't bring me down, and then just starts hitting with just boom. So people would know I'm there. So.
What about you, Johnny?
Johnny, you already know what Johnny would come out to. I've got my custom theme music, and it's not that yippy dog that you just heard. I've got my theme music. It's custom music. It's a blend of actually a few songs. But yeah, I've got my custom music for Johnny. But Jonathan would I would come out to. You might not be familiar with him. He's more of an independent guy, but this song is called Andre the Giant, and the song is called Andre the Giant by a guy named Prof.
Never heard of. I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, you'll have to now it'll cause you to go check him out.
Yeah, I will. I will have to. Okay, guys, question number 2. If you got to hang out with any fictional character for a day, who would that fictional character be?
Like even like fictional, like cartoon, or like
it could be cartoon. It could be a fictional character from a movie. Now we the other day when I did cartoon. Of course, mine was Speedy Gonzalez. So, but
I got 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, go ahead, Warren.
Both from movies. Okay. The first one would be the McManus brothers, Boondock Saints. Just because, I mean, come on, drinking and fighting. I mean, how much fun would that be? And then I've actually had a chance to meet the real guys, but I would love to spend a day with Jay and Silent Bob. So just because for some reason, whenever you see them, there's something going on.
That's true. That's true. Okay, Johnny, what about you?
Um. Okay. Oh man. Since you went there, I went Neo from the Matrix and um Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't call me Johnny Blaze for nothing. You know?
Yeah. Okay, Marcus, what about you?
All right. Let's see if you know your trivia. Do you know who Paul Kersey is?
Paul Kersey.
Why do I know that name?
Death Wish movies.
Okay.
Oh, Charles Bronson?
Yeah, Charles Bronson. Oh, I love Charles Bronson. So, and of course, Sylvester Stallone. You can come in as Rocky or you come in as Rambo. I don't care which one you come in as.
Yeah. Yeah, Rocky would be one from Rocky would be
Yeah,
one.
I'm a big Charles Bronson. I love Charles Bronson. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I went to the theater and seen 2 or 3 of the Death Wish movies
oh, I
when
love
they
them
came
all.
out.
And
Yeah.
then Mr. Majestic, 10 to Midnight. I mean, if he's blowing the piss out of somebody.
Well, what was that Western? What was that Western he did? Chano?
Well, he did
Something like that.
wasn't he part of the Magnificent Seven too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
And he was in some of the I like James Arness too. I like Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
Gunsmoke, and he was in some of those as well. So
Okay, guys, my last one. If you could meet any living person for dinner, who would it be?
well, it would have been Hogan, but that's not a possibility anymore. So any living person.
See, one of my favorites is John Mellencamp, but everything I hear about him, he is just a huge dick.
Yeah, that's all I've heard that he's a piece of shit. Yeah, I've heard that myself.
Yeah. But he's definitely one of my favorites. I'm almost say I'll say Bob Seger.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know, Bruce Springsteen. I've always liked Bruce.
I like Bruce too.
Always.
I think he'd be a nice guy. I think Bob Seger would be a nice guy.
Well, let me say for one.
I think I once got two. I could come up with two. I obviously would go back. Even though I met him at the con, Kevin Smith, just to talk to him about all of his movies, and Drew Carey, just because I think
Drew Carey.
he'd be a fun one just to sit around with, and just comedian, actor, Price is Right host. I mean, I'm sure he's got plenty of stories to tell, and he seems like an actual very, very genuinely nice guy that would be more than happy to give you your time. So,
and this is just off the top of my head, Fluffy. Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes.
He's a wrestling fan, so look at what the conversation we should have. So
yes, he is a huge wrestling fan. What about you, John?
I would have to say Seth freaking Rollins, man.
That would be
he's besides myself, obviously, he's my favorite wrestler to watch. I've just watched him, from the Shield till now, and just what he's been able to do through all this time has just been thoroughly impressive. And I think honestly, I think he's the best thing that WWE has going for him. Honestly, as far as the whole package, the guy can do everything.
Yeah. He's
reinvented
himself several times.
Yeah, it'd be fun to just break bread with him and get to pick his brain, and get to know him.
He's also owns his own wrestling school, and
we're both Bears fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we'd have a lot to talk about.
He's branched out. I mean, he works for the NFL Network. I mean, he's branched out. I mean, he's definitely going to have a career after wrestling, whatever with wrestling, or maybe commentating other sports or something. Because I mean, he's definitely made a name for himself.
Oh
But,
yeah. Yeah, he's already been doing some stuff with the NFL.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Maybe he'll be lucky and Becky will come with him.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I would say, hey, I gotta have to bring Becky too. Yeah. Okay, guys. Got one more thing. We'll call it a show. I've got an independent pro wrestling question of the day. We'll let Johnny answer this first since he's independent pro wrestler. For you, what's one thing that's missing in independent wrestling right now?
Unity.
Can you elaborate? Are you meaning promotions? You meaning
yeah, between promotions. I think there's just I think there should be more I think there should be more networking and instead of backbiting it, you know what I mean? I think we need to come together and help build this sport and make it better, because if we were networking, I mean, man, we could do so much more. That's just me being hopeful, you know.
Well, let me ask off of this then. You know, how do you go about that if you are someone that's trying to do things, you know, with other promotions, trying to reach out, trying to bring that together, but yet they still continuously stonewall you? Do you still continue to try to support, or do you just then return the favor and ghost them? I mean, how would you go about those that seem to not want that?
Well, I mean, if I can be a little candid, if I pursue a booking and I feel like I've been stonewalled from a booking, I still support. You know what I mean? Regardless of any promise of anything, you know, in the future, you know. It's just I don't know. It's just the mentality that I have. I guess it's just, you know, me, and as I've aged, you know, looking at the business as a whole, and realizing that it's just so much better when we're not fighting. It's so much better, because if we could come together, I mean, man, I mean, really, the possibilities are endless. I mean, we're seeing it with other companies that are doing it. So, you know, why not let it start with us?
I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree with it. I agree with what you're saying. I think it's tough because it's tough to trust people sometimes. I mean, well, it's trust. It's tough to trust people, period, sometimes.
Right.
But then in a business situation, egos get in the way. I mean, I know of conversations that a couple of promotions have had. I'm not going to say any names, but that they've had, and of course they try to work together, and they say, okay, how are we going to do this? Well, I'm going to be completely in charge. I'm going to decide who wins all the matches, and the other promoters standing here, well, you can't do it that way. I mean, we could do 8 matches on the card. You be in charge of 4. I'll be in charge of 4. No.
Right.
I got to be completely charged. I'm going to take all the belts. you know, people's egos get in the way.
That's not.
And what I'm saying is a true story that I know that happened, but I'm not going to say who it happened with. So it's hard to trust people to work together. What I would like to see on a small stage, maybe if somebody did a show, because I don't want to say names because I don't want to. But promotion A has promotion B put one match on their show to help promote that show, and then promotion A sends one match to promotion B, even if it's the first match, even on the card, and promote. Hey, this is what you would see if you go to this show, or this would be what you would see in this show. And hopefully, both places would be smart to send something really good, you know, that's going to help both places. That's what I would like to see, at least as a start. And my other answer would be, which is different from that, is if people really want to make it, and there's people that's wrestling that's in it for different completely reasons. So some of them, especially some of the younger guys, want to make it to a bigger promotion. They want to make it to TNA or Ring of Honor or AEW. You know, they want to go somewhere. So some people are just weekend warriors. Some people, this is just doing it for fun or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. I'm not putting anybody down. But if they're wanting to try to make it, you got to start cutting promos. You're not going to make it on TV if you can't do a promo, other than being a guy that's just going to get squashed. If you want to get on TV and go somewhere, you're going to have to be able to speak. So I think they need to be more. And I know that's a catch-22 because they probably need to put more videos out, promos, promoting shows, because you don't want to put too many promos on each show or people want to see wrestling. So it's a catch-22. I understand that. And I definitely don't have all the answers. But I'm just saying, if people want, I know some really good wrestlers that are on the independent circuit right now that they're ready probably in the ring to a certain degree, but I don't know that they're ready to get in front of a camera and speak.
Right.
And I'm sure you could think of some names.
Funny enough, you mentioned, the promos and the things that are needing done to take yourself to that next level. That was something that was the second thing in mind that I was thinking of when you asked that question. I see a little bit of character work in certain places, but I feel like it's lacking a lot. I feel like there could be more character work overall in the business. It's needed. That you have to have, like you said, you have to have that to be able to advance to the next level. So let's introduce it more. Here with us. Let's start working on better production. Start working on these things to help prepare ourselves and these younger guys for these opportunities that they're going to have.
And I'm not putting anybody down, but we did a promo battle, and it was a struggle just to get 8 guys. You was one of the guys that did it. It was a struggle to get 8 guys, and we wanted to do more. We can't get guys to do it.
Yeah.
Again, I understand people live lives and are busy, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying that we tried to have a platform to get people out here to, and it was going to help our platform too. I'm not saying, I'm not going to speak out the side of my mouth, but we was trying to help the other parties too. Warren, what about for you?
Well, there's a couple things here and there. Obviously, I always beat a dead horse about the storyline issue, so I don't really want to. I'm not going to go much more into that about continuation of storylines from show to show. Probably more of what I've seen now. A couple things is a dedication from the talent, and knowing your availabilities and knowing what you can and can't make. If it looks like you're not going to be able to make a certain show for a promoter, let them know that, hey, listen, I appreciate it. I'm not going to be able to make that show. Because if you say, oh, I'm going to try, and that promoter puts you on the card, and then you can't get there, and they've got to shuffle their card around or, do stuff, it doesn't make the promotion look good. And along some of those same lines with some of the talent too, and some of the promotions is make sure the guys you put out there are ready to be out there. Don't put out guys that just are getting there. I know everyone needs their experience, but you've got to have a real good feel of guys that are ready to be out there and guys that still need to work pre-show in the ring before the crowd's there and get things down. Don't, and it goes with the wrestlers too. You got to understand where you're at. If you may think, I want to get out there. But if the promoter or a trainer is telling you, we still need to work on stuff, you need to pull yourself back and understand, because it goes a long way into not only their safety, but your opponent's safety, the promotion's safety. If you did something and got hurt, or you hurt someone else or did things, I just think a general consensus of of those two combined things, that to being able to dedicate yourself and fully be involved with the promotion if they want to bring you in and show commitment, and to make sure that as a promoter, you're putting talent out there that's ready to carry your promotion.
Marcus, what about you?
Well, you guys all kind of hit a lot of it. I had down here properly trained before a live audience. Before a live audience. That's what Warren was just saying. I have seen a lot of crap of wrestlers that have no business putting on a show in front of anybody that has to pay, that paid to see that. The drama is getting ridiculous. I mean, it really is. Johnny kind of hit on that. A lot of places have lost focus. People think, now, okay, I'm good. Now put a title on me. I'm tired of seeing companies that everybody has a belt. Everybody, every match is a title match of some kind. You got the light heavyweight, you got the junior heavyweight, you got the ladies, you got the junior ladies, you got this, you got that. The person who doesn't have a belt basically ought to be champ. I mean, they should have the main champ, maybe a secondary title in the tags. And if you have a ladies division, you're ladies. Don't have 1,000 titles and everybody's fighting for a title. If you have one belt, don't go for another one. I hate double champs. I mean, people who think they need to be champs or walk in and try to bully the promoter.
I've seen that.
I know, and I'll tell you, if I was a promoter and you come in and told me the way it was, I would gladly tell you you can go on home. And if I tell you you're going to work somebody and you decide you're not going to, then you ain't working anybody. Because the promoter's the one paying you. The promoter's the one paying you. The promoter's in charge. The young kids who are not paying their dues, not coming in to set these rings up. See, now I can't say anything because I'm not a wrestler. I don't set a ring up. If I was capable, I'd help set a ring up. But I've seen people like, okay, the ring's put up. It's 10 minutes before the doors open, and then look who showed up. And then when it's time to tear the ring down, I got to go, and give me my money. I'm gone. It's like, but you've already been around for 18 months. I mean, you got veterans still putting rings up.
I got a perspective, and Johnny, if I'm wrong on this, tell me. But I'm looking at it from just a fan's point of view, and I'm going to say this to the wrestlers as a fan's point of view. And again, if I'm wrong, say so. I don't think, to me at least, I don't go to the shows because of championships. I could care less who the champion is. I mean, I know I'm not saying it's not important. I know I've heard some promoters, I've heard some wrestlers call them props. I think that's disrespectful. I guess that's how you look at it. Some people look at it that they're props. I don't look at it that way. But I'm not worried about who the champion is. I just want to see good wrestling, good selling. There's people that are on the shows that are fantastic wrestlers, and I'm not going to say their names. The fantastic wrestlers, and in the last year or so, I've probably seen a couple of these people only win a couple of matches. His job is to make the other guy look good, and I think Marcus knows who I'm talking about. At least one name that I'm talking about. That his job is to go out there, put on a good match, entertain the crowd. That's probably number one, and then the second one is to make that guy be as good as he can be and help him get there. So I think that's what it should be. I mean, I guess, am I looking at it wrong? Is it important? Is it important to you to have a championship, or should it be important for the wrestlers to have a championship? How do you look? How do you look at it? I know you can't speak for everybody.
For me, no, it's not important for me to have a championship. But I believe it there. I believe that having the championships is important. And the reason why I think it's important is because of the prestige that it brings. It's like, it's a reward for, the guys that stand out, the guys that are, filling in all of those, they're checking off all the boxes, consistent work over and over. And it pays off because they're going in and they're able to win these titles because of their hard work and dedication. And So yeah, I think that it elevates it elevates you as a worker as well, because you want to push yourself to be better so that hey, maybe one day I will be considered for that conversation. Is that the goal? No, I mean, not for me. The goal for me is just that I'm having fun. I just want to beat people up. you
Can I add something real quick?
Yeah.
A couple things out of this conversation I think independent wrestling's missing. I think one of them is not all wrestlers, but I think a lot of wrestlers have lost that their number one job is to entertain. The number one thing the fans are coming for is to get entertained. Like that, like you just said, that the championships. It's cool to have the championships, but when I go to a show, the first thing I look at is, hey, who's their world champion? When I'm going to the show, the first thing I want to be is entertained. That's why I'm spending that's what you're spending your money for, is to go somewhere for a couple hours, be entertained, and kind of get your mind off life. And then another thing I think is missing out on independent wrestling is promotion. You have all these different wrestling federations around. I only see maybe one or two to actually promote constantly. You got a lot of these wrestling promotions running shows and nobody knows about them because all they're doing is putting them on. Let's put one post on Facebook and hope people show up. No, you got to get out a flyer. You got to try to get sponsors. That way, people when people go places, they'll see your flyer and stuff. I think promotion is a big thing that's missing in independent wrestling. I think you would see a lot more fans at a lot of these shows if more time and energy was put into the promoting part.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we've offered to promote any show. We've offered to put any results out to help independent wrestling, and we've got a few that do it, but there's a lot of them that don't, and it is what it is. But we put it out there. Hey, send it to Marcus, send it to me, send it to Chris, send it to Warren. We'll help promote. We'll help raise awareness for your programs, and only a few take advantage of it.
And and to sort of piggyback up on the belt ideal, and once again, not to continuously go back to where my home base is, ABW. We've got 3 belts. We've got our heavyweight champion. We've got our key to the 210, to where if you win 6 keys, you can cash in that belt for your title shot. And we've got the no limits belt. What that does is, by having a limited number of belts, the guys that are going to be there are going to want to perform, and they're going to want to give 110% to then get next month into that shot at that belt kind of match. They want to show why, if you have a promotion that has every single belt, where's the motivation for the rest of your roster to better themselves? Yep. And what I see in the back is we've got our top talent. Our top talent's very, very identified into Cobra, Jimmy Carrot, my guy, the champion IK3. We've got, Magnus right now is holding our belt. We've got, TY Ice is a great professional. Mike Noble's a great professional. And what we see is, I see all our talent talking to the top talent, picking their brain, because they know that top talent is where they are because of certain reasons, and they want to find out how to get there. And one of that reasons is a belt-driven concept. But like I said, yeah, you got a limited number of belts. These guys really want to show out and show why they should have a belt. And that's where you lose that by having so many belts. Is where's your motivation? Why should I try to be better when I know I can just fiddle fart with this one over here and get a belt and call myself a champ?
Yep. And I want to throw a shout out to ICW. Kelly had to stop to get a coffee or go to the bathroom. We were 15 miles from Marion. First thing she seen when she walked in the gas station in whatever that town was, that only had a gas station, that's how big the town was, she seen that flyer for ICW. And
NGW, you see that all around Crawford. Yeah. You see all the places they go, and it's not just a gas station. It's a pizza place. It's a comic book store. He's got a banner outside the Armory. Yeah, it's like Chris said, promotion is massive because, once again, I go back into my history. I've only been down in this area for 3 years, and I've only been really doing this with you guys for about 1.5 years. I had no clue 3.5 years ago about all the wrestling around here. Yeah. And I'm only knowing it because now I'm finding it through. So if a lot of these places put out the stuff, you would draw those crowds, and you wouldn't sit there and go, gosh, where's everyone at?
Well, that's the thing. People just rely on social media so much. And don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of people on social media, but there's also a lot of people not on social media. There's a lot of people that don't use their phone. I didn't start getting on social media till a couple years ago. I mean, I had a little flip phone. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'd probably be better off if I didn't look at my internet as much as I do. But to be honest,
there's a big majority of those people that even have it that they don't sit and scroll, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All they do, they'll go and they'll check something or post something and then they're right back off of it. They don't sit and scroll through it. Yeah. I've noticed a lot of people in conversation are like, yeah, I don't even scroll. I just put whatever I need to on there and then I'm gone.
I don't think I've ever posted anything.
And there's a lot of other options out there too. The weather's getting warmer. What comes with weather? Holidays. What comes with holidays? Parades. I know my promotion does parade stuff. They get parades. I know promotions in Indiana get involved in their local parades. Mm-hmm. And then when the fall starts coming around, what starts happening? School's back in session. Football. Just go to football shows. Wear your promotions T-shirts. You don't have to be handing out flyers to everybody and their mother. But you think about some of, you get these, what's one of the bigger draws we saw at Marcus, our last show we went to for a particular promotion. They had a high school teacher that was there. And then another teacher that was his last match. What packed that place? The students of these teachers.
Yep.
You get these guys, these kids, they see it on TV and now they're like, oh wait, you mean there's stuff that happens like what I see on TV and I'm right there and it's only $20 out of my pocket? Why am I not there? You got to find those other untapped areas to bring people in, and that's how you fill your gyms, your armories, you're everywhere.
You're doing shows, and maybe you're not making a lot of money necessarily, but if you could go do a show at a festival or something, and maybe you're not getting paid your normal rate, but if you're getting your product out there in front of people who normally don't see it. It could pay dividends later on. WCWO. Look how many people have came from PopCon and from Comic Con that had never been to shows, didn't even know WCWO existed, didn't even know independent pro wrestling existed in some people's minds. Go walk into the Comic Con, go in there and see a show, and then next thing you know, they're at the dub. So.
And Joey's pretty good with these road crews too. The reason he's filling these road venues is because he sends these road crew out to advertise the shows weeks before the show gets there. Yeah. And he does very well here in Frankfurt, Lebanon. I've not been to Hartford City yet, but we got a show in Greenfield coming up. I'm sure it'll be full, and you got to put the effort in.
Got to put the work in.
Like you said, the pizza places, you make a deal with the pizza places. I know some who put the flyer around the pizza boxes. Now the delivery drivers handed pizza boxes out with your flyer on them. I know Marion, the promotion before, years ago, Marion used to do that.
I know a promotion that did that and did very well. And they're still around, but they're not doing that anymore, and they're not doing as well. So,
and it goes back to like I said, the dedication, the loyalty to a promotion that the talent has. How does a promoter treat the talent? What does the talent want to do it for the promoter, for the promotion? So it's easy for a promoter to sit there. This is what we need. This is what we need. Well, okay. Well, first off, lead by example, and then make sure that the people that do the business for you, that help you get that out there, get the recognition they deserve, and then they in turn can tell some of this other talent, and then it snowballs. It builds. I've seen stuff where they've talked about, hey, I'll throw an extra $5 into your fee if we sell out this many tickets. Sometimes money can be a motivating factor, but also you got to have people that are dedicated and loyal, and that goes both ways.
Another problem is you have too many of these promotions that have too many people in charge. And like I said, I've never ran a wrestling promotion, so I don't have that kind of experience, but if you're trying to run an organization or something like that, you have to have one true leader. And we see the promotions that are doing the best in the state of Indiana. They have one leader that everybody believes in, and they follow him.
But that
example WCWO. Everybody knows who's in charge there, and he has a whole group. They follow him, and to me that's why they have the success they're having. You get some of these other promotions that have 7 or 8 guys that are all trying to be the leader, and then everybody's pulling the promotion in different directions. You're not staying on course and going to the goal in one direction. Where if you have one guy that's in charge, yeah, he has help. You have your board, you have other guys that help you make decisions. You're not the only one making the decision, but when it comes down to it, who has to make that final decision, you have somebody that does it. Where in these other organizations, you have 8 guys in charge. Now you're fighting. I want to do it this way. Oh, I'm going to do it this way. And then everybody leaves. Like, to me, you got to have one true and another thing. Not everybody's born to be a leader either. Some people are bad leaders. Some people are good leaders. You got to have that one guy that's a good leader. And I think that's the promotions you see that are doing over expectations and are kind of maybe doing better than some of the other places, because they have one guy, they have a whole group of people, but they have the one guy one guy or one woman that's in charge.
You have one common goal. Because if you have 5 or 6 different people, they're trying to make decisions. They all have different goals if they're not on the same page. So that's why things are disjointed.
And you need to make sure that one guy is not the judge, jury, executioner. You need to make sure he listens to his talent too and is flexible with what, because you can easily sit there and say, this is exactly how I want it. I don't care what anyone else says. You're going to lose 3/4 of your locker room.
Yeah.
Because of that's how that is. But if you got a guy that says that will listen and we'll sit and listen but then give a legitimate reason as to why yay or nay, then you're going to have more respect out of your locker room, where they're gonna be like, okay, well, he at least listened to me, and the reasons he gave me back made sense. But when you've got a guy say, hey, if, as a true leader, if you're not going to work the strengths of your talent and what makes them who they are, if you're not going to dig into that, then it's going to show in the ring, and that's where you lose people. It's been fun. This has been a fun show.
It's been a great conversation. I agree 100%.
We could go on for another hour, I bet you. But
I know. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat some dinner.
Hey. Yeah, fellas. Hey, thank you, fellas.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Keep up the great work, Blaze. Keep it up, man. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
We'll definitely have you back on soon. We appreciate everybody watching. Marcus, you got anything before we get out of here?
I do not. I think we did very well tonight.
Shows this weekend? Coming up weekend?
I know WCWO is in Greenfield, Indiana. Emerges in Columbus, Indiana. We plan on being in Greenfield, and Steve Butler will be down at Emerge.
I think we got NVW in Danville, Illinois.
Yeah, and Steve Butler will be at that one on Sunday as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Get out. Watch your shows, people. No excuses.
Watch some independent wrestling.
Yep. Right.
Hey, everybody have a great night. We'll see everybody next week.
All right. Wrestling.
Oh, shit.
That'd be absolutely devastating.
Here, this is Joey Owens' show. They've been trying to get me on this broadcast forever, and this is the worst damn broadcast I've ever been on. So you all kiss my ass while I win this match.